The vision to bring a casino and racetrack to Gering is one step closer to reality. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Brian Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Gering Planning Commission approved a conditional use permit last night for Scotts Bluff Exposition and Racing's proposed horse racetrack and casino on the southern edge of the city. Following about 80 minutes of testimony and public comment for and against, the commission voted 6-2 in favor of the permit, in which the city would require a development plan to address numerous issues such as noise, light and sound pollution, traffic concerns, and utility connections. While some criticized the permit application for lack of specific details, Sean Boyd with Global Gaming Nebraska said more would be forthcoming following permit approval.
I give credit to the city. This was, of all of these that I've been to in communities, this is the most detailed that we've received, and I'm not just saying that. I think these are all great recommendations. We had a traffic study plan along with our engineering plans, and the city is absolutely correct. That is a large expense for us. So a CUP allows us to take that next step.
Developers noted they will have to comply with state safety and security provisions as part of racing and gaming permits as well. They will also be required to go through a final, in-depth site plan and review that has to receive approval from both the Planning Commission and City Council before development can begin. Well, Speaker of the Legislature Mike Hilger says he's hopeful all 6 statewide redistricting bills can get first-round approval by the weekend. But if it becomes clear that won't happen, he will end the current special session early. Hilger's outlined his plan for the rest of the session on Tuesday, saying any redistricting effort is complex and difficult, and even more so since the U.S. Census Bureau withheld data until August. He said many states are in the same position, and if redistricting gets pushed into next year, Nebraska is likely to join several other states that could see a delay in their primary elections.
If we happen to have one delayed election to get these right for the next 10 years, then ultimately that's the price that we'll have to pay. If we do, I am confident of this. If we do adjourn sine die this week, it certainly won't be for lack of trying. It simply will be that it was not possible under the time frame that we've had.
Hilger said lawmakers should be able to expect short morning floor sessions and long negotiation sessions into the evenings the rest of the week in an effort to hammer out compromise maps that could pass general file no later than Saturday. This special session is currently scheduled to end September 30th. Well, coming up after the break, a brazen attempt to steal an ATM in Scottsbluff caught on video. We'll have that story right after the break.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Welcome back. Sergeant Cody Enlow with the Scottsbluff Police Department shares information to an open investigation where the 2 suspects remain at large.
So Scotts Bluff PD is investigating what turns out to be a theft of a motor vehicle in the early morning hours of September 14th. Scotts Bluff PD come across an abandoned vehicle in the middle of the roadway on Avenue B and West 8th Street. Further inspection of the area, officers located the ATM across the street at Platte Valley Bank, located at 710 Avenue B, had been forcefully opened. So through that investigation, we were able to obtain some video from the bank itself of this incident. We have two suspects believed to be males, dressed pretty much the same, real similar to each other. Both individuals had some sort of a face covering. One was, I believe, a black mask, and the other one was a black and white mask. Attempts were made with the stolen vehicle and chains to forcefully remove the vault or the safe section of the ATM. However, they were unsuccessful. They must have gotten scared and ran off. There were a couple vehicles that come into the view of the ATM video, so we're thinking that the motorists probably scared them off. They were able to trace the vehicle back to a vehicle that was belonged to Kit Cars here on Broadway. So pretty relatively short distance from stealing the vehicle to trying to gain access to the ATM. So PD would just reach out to the public on anybody having any information on that. We're going to release some still photos and some short video clips of that attempted theft of the ATM to you for you to put out there. And if anybody should recognize anyone or should suspect anyone, then we'd ask them to call Crime Stoppers or Communications Center and request to speak to an officer.
Well, Governor Pete Ricketts proclaimed Saturday, September 25th as Hunting and Fishing Day at a ceremony hosted by the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission at the Nebraska Outdoor Education Center in Lincoln. This year, Nebraska Game and Parks is once again offering its Take 'em Fishing and Take 'em Hunting contests. Nebraskans can participate by taking a beginning hunter or fisherman and then share a picture or story from the experience on the Game and Parks website at outdoornebraska.gov. Submissions qualify for a drawing to win great prizes like a Bass Tracker Classic boat from Bass Pro Shops, a John Deere Gator from AKRS Equipment, or outdoor gear. And Wyoming's governor has activated the Wyoming National Guard to provide temporary assistance to hospitals that are dealing with a surge of patients with COVID-19. Governor Mark Gordon activated 95 soldiers and airmen on Tuesday to serve at 24 sites in 17 Wyoming cities. Guard members will help with cleanup, food service, COVID-19 screening, managing supplies of personal protective equipment, and other support tasks. The Guard members will serve 14 to 30-day rotations with the potential to extend through the end of the year. Well, coming up for the break, today is the first day of fall and cool temperatures greeted us this morning. What's in store for the rest of the week? Bill Boyer's got your midweek forecast right after this.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scotts Bluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viaero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viaero.com or your nearest Viaero store. Viaero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Very quiet here across the high plains as we go through the evening hours. Clear skies, temps that fall down into the 40s as we go overnight. Not quite as cold as last night. It is going to be a very quiet forecast, dry for the next 5 to 6 days, mild to warm temps. Changes come late next week. That'll be our next system. Until then, it's pretty quiet. 68 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 39. We were right back in that ballpark again this morning. Nothing in the rain gauge. 4,800ths is all for the month. We're a third of an inch short. 999 for the year. Almost 3 inches short of normal. Well, here's our current drought monitor conditions. You can see not much has changed here locally. So the moderate to severe drought areas. Again, moderate to severe drought conditions here across most of the region. Temperatures right now, upper 70s to near 80. Very nice out here all across our region. Upper 70s to near 80 will cover everybody. In fact, 75 to 80 will cover all the ripping stations right now, and winds are light under 10 miles an hour. Getting on the bus tomorrow, sunshine going to be overhead. Mostly sunny, not as cool as this morning. We'll be in the mid-40s, low 80s on the way home tomorrow with mainly dry conditions. Let's take a look at our futurecast. Quiet conditions, just a passing high-level cloud or two overnight. That's it. Lows not going to fall off as cold as this morning. Still down into the low to mid-30s or low to mid-40s rather for most of us tonight. A few areas only down into the upper 40s to near 50. Same story tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, a few passing clouds overhead. Maybe late in the day, a few more clouds across the area. That is about it in front of the next cold front that's going to slide its way through here as we go into Friday. Looks like high temperatures tomorrow going to be in the low 80s for the most part. Nothing coming in the rain gauge precip-wise. So all in all, very quiet, clear, not as cool tonight. Lows down around 46 tomorrow. Very nice, mild conditions, highs in the low 80s with winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Again, that cold front slides through late Thursday into Friday, drops us back into the upper 70s. Then we've got upper 80s to near 90 for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Wednesday of next week, we cool off a bit back into the upper 70s.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We're providing low and no-cost broadband to qualifying community members. Go to allofiber.com/EBB to learn more.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It's been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Welcome back. For this week's featured pet of the week, we meet Basil, an 8-month-old puppy that is sweet as sugar and looking for somebody to give all of his love. Meet Basil, All this little man ever wanted is to be loved, and he is on a mission to get all of that he can. His adoption cost is $150, and that includes his neutering, vaccinations, and microchipping. To meet Basil or any of the dogs and cats the Panhandle Humane Society has available for adoption, you can visit them at their South Beltline location in Scottsbluff during normal business hours. Plus, whoever adopts Basil also will receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card. Well, coming up after the break, we'll take a look at your midweek community calendar. KNB.TV News will be back right after this.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, it was a busy day for troopers with the Nebraska State Patrol Carrier Division, as dozens of vehicles are checked during their surprise truck inspections in Scottsbluff and Gering today. The surprise inspections targeted commercial vehicles that might not travel outside the city limits or pass through way stations as part of their regular routes. During the special enforcement effort, NSP MAPS team conducted dozens of vehicle inspections, discovered a plethora of violations of federal motor carrier safety regulations and state law, and took several vehicles out of service and were not allowed to return to the road. Troopers say vehicles are placed out of service for a variety of reasons. including bad brakes or tires or other problems that pose immediate safety risks. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be on vacation until next Saturday, so stay safe out there. We'll see you back here on October 1st.